Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-November 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. Excuse me, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Pisces. And just as an update, guys, for those of clients who live in Australia, it is taking me 2 days to book people, at least 2 days to book people who are that far out. Also, anybody who's 8 hours or more is taking 2 days to book. So unfortunately, I'm not able to get people in sooner than that. I am usually booked out usually a week to 2 weeks, depending on how busy I am. Shortly after I post my videos, I get very busy all at once. If you'd like a private reading, this goes for everybody. Feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I'd love to get you scheduled. Just know that it can take me 2 to 3 days to get back to people as well, depending on how many emails I get, okay? Once I get back to people, I do try to book very quickly. So definitely double check your email for response from me. So anyways, let's get started. And I am wearing my beautiful, my feather earrings in the spirit of Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is literally right around the corner for everybody in the United States. And I do wish everybody a safe and happy holiday for those of you who are celebrating it in the United States. Now I did like a whole other video for Pisces actually, but I wasn't happy with the lighting at all. It was sort of getting dark, progressively dark through the whole reading, and that was really annoying me. So I kind of have an idea of what, and I had to redo the Aquarius one too, so I'm kind of starting from scratch today. I kind of have, a grasp of what's already going on with Pisces. So it's kind of nice to do it over, because then, kind of have that as a foundation, as a background. I feel like Pisces emotionally is turned off for the last 2 weeks. I keep wanting to say September, November, okay? I feel like there was some element of cheating that happened in the recent past. Basically, you may have found out somebody was cheating, or you may have, caught somebody lying, or there may have been some element of betrayal or some element of deception, and this had caused you to really shut down emotionally, and where you basically, the lights are out, the door is shut and locked on your emotions. It could be also where you're in a relationship with a partner who is unable to make you happy, and a partner who is unable to understand you. You can't connect emotionally with this partner. Whatever the main issue is, one of the main issues is that they are emotionally unavailable. Now, it could be a Taurus, Aries, or Capricorn, male or female, that you're in a relationship with, and or someone who's just very strong. This is someone who pays the bills, who works hard, who, wants to do it all, who's in charge, who's large and in charge, okay? And dominant. I want to say dominant in the relationship. The problem with this person is that they will always be emotionally unavailable to you. They are not ever going to be vulnerable to you enough to actually have an emotional connection. So whatever else you may have a house and cars and kids and a life, and you may have a job and they may have a job, and it may just be, where you have the perfect situation on paper. But the problem is that the connection that you have between you and the other person, there isn't an emotional connection between you and the other person, and so therefore it causes problems, whether you're cheating or they're cheating or both, or whether there's betrayal and lies and all this other stuff, drama, whatnot. That's an issue. For some of you, you are in a relationship with someone who's very strong, and they're overpowering you, and they're constantly overpowering you, and so you're unhappy because they're constantly overpowering you. And so you need to try to come to terms with that. This is time for counseling. This is a time for asking for help. This is a time to figure things out. But anybody who's with someone, this is not for everyone, but this was my feeling from that first spread. And it's very important. It's a very important message because some of you, I feel like this is going to apply to you, okay? So, you know, some of you just need to make sure you are being emotionally honest with yourself. Asking yourself, are you happy? Ask yourself, have you ever been happy with this partner? Ask yourself, can they make you happy? And a Pisces is Pisces will sacrifice. They will sacrifice so much. But sacrifice isn't love. It's sacrifice. It's giving something up. It's a choice. But it doesn't have to be a lifestyle. And to me, it's not love. Okay? It's something that maybe you do because you love someone, but it's not something that you're really required to always be doing. That's not what the universe is. That's not your challenge. Your challenge, Pisces, is to go with the flow. Is to stop analyzing everything. Is to stop trying to make everything perfect. And to be in a loving relationship where you can emotionally connect, where you can express your emotions. If you're in a relationship where you cannot express your emotions and the other person doesn't respect your emotions or what you feel about something, then you're in an unhealthy relationship and it would be best for you to get out of it, okay? I'm just saying this is not going to apply to everyone. Now, that said, I'm going to lay out your spread and see what we get. Okay, so this is a very challenging, again, this spread is reflecting what I was seeing previously, okay, just a minute ago. So you may be in a relationship with Aquarius. There is a Pisces-Aquarius thing going on, I think, continuously. Aquarius kind of have like a magical connection with Pisces, I feel. I did shuffle quite a lot, but you got the same card, which is the Knight of Wands in reverse, which is being swept away in the current, doing what others want, not doing what you need to do, not making your mark, okay? So whether this is the Aquarian for you or whether this is you, Pisces, because you could have some strong Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your chart somewhere, some Cancer or Scorpio also in your chart as well. There is some element of things kind of going awry, or you making a poor choice. This is to me choices. For Pisces, this is one of the Pisces challenges. It's like switching directions is very hard for Pisces, okay? Because to me, direction for Pisces is going around in a circle. It's not really straight. It's not a straight arrow. To the right or to the left. It's sort of like a little bit of an S between the two and then kind of coming around and back. So they're always circling back. There's always some backward looking. So it's like my younger brother used to run straight, but then look back. I don't know. He'd always do that. I don't know why. He'd always run looking backwards. And so this is in a way that kind of thing where you're going forward, Pisces, but you're looking back, okay? Similar to Cancer in this way. It's like you're looking over your shoulder for some reason. And it is like you have a dark cloud hanging over your shoulder because what you're looking at is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a dark cloud hanging over your shoulder, is the restrictions, is feeling trapped, is feeling like, very gloomy and humbug kind of thing. But the Eight of Swords is also karma. So and Pisces usually has to pay a heavy load of karma because this is, they're at the tail end of their astrological experience and lifetimes. So basically, this is where the Pisces is feeling stuck, feeling restricted in some way, feeling like they can't move forward or they can't do what they want. It may be causing the confusion. Okay, maybe the dark, the dark cloud may be someone, in spirit or in life. Okay, the dark cloud may be fears and paranoias and obsessive things that are causing them to think negatively. Okay, that's kind of following them around. Okay, the person I want to say could be like a mother-in-law. The person could be like an ex-partner, or the person could be someone who, this could be your current partner. If you have a current partner, this could be their negativity, their depression. This can also indicate a death in the family. Sometimes I do see it as that. So some of you may be experiencing that, which I'm sorry to hear that. If that's the case, this is in the immediate future. This is somebody who's quite old, okay? Someone who's in their 90s. I want to say somebody who's in their 90s, 92, 93, 94. They're quite old. They have been ill or sickly for some time. This is not someone that's young by any means. So this could just be, an older relative, or this could be again, somebody on, like your wife's, mom, or your dad's, sister or something, sister, brother. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but it may be some relative. It could be your parents. If you're older, this could be your parents, too. You have a lot of very tough challenges here for the last 2 weeks in November. What's kind of going on in the center of it all, which is so cute, is this sort of bright little moment. So mid-November, you have this moment. It could be one day, or a couple of days, or it could be a whole week, where you feel you're actually riding very high. You're jumping for joy. You got the joy card. Spending time with kids. Spending time with family, that's a positive experience, okay? This could be you with your grandkids. This could be with your kids. This could be with your niece or your nephew. This could be, with a cousin, your brother, sister. So, this is hanging out with people and having a good time. This is also dating, okay? Because the Four of Wands to me has a lot of roses at the bottom. I'm not sure if you see that. A lot of roses. And roses to me are love and romance and dating. And the sparks are kind of flying. You may have some kind of chemistry with someone. You may have the hots for someone, because you have the 10 of Cups crossing you, which is also super cute, because this is you wanting to get it on. You wanting to have sex. You being very sexy, feeling very maybe sex-driven, really, worked up. And I'll wink here, Pisces. It's that want to get it on. Pisces want to get it on in November. This is with a specific person, potentially, or this is with a current partner. But the 10 of Cups to me is the whole ball of wax. The whole thing. This is romance, bliss, happiness, commitment, partnership. This is soulmates. This is, something that lasts. But, it can indicate sometimes, a one-night stand, depending on the circumstances, because it's not always a long-term partnership. Those of you who are married, this is a very positive moment for you, okay? I should say those of you who are happily married. For the majority of people that are watching this, I'm going to go ahead and say, I want to say that this isn't your partner, Pisces. This is not your partner. I feel like this is a love affair, because you have so much negativity in the other positions. So you have So in the position of emotions, you have the arguments and fighting. And this is in the future. So this may be later in November. This may not have happened yet. And this is, you can see two people kind of going at each other's throats. Okay? So, and you also have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, coming in from the outside. And it's interesting because you also had the Emperor in that first spread that I did coming in, which is fate. But this is also the brick wall. This is dealing with somebody who's nearly impossible, someone who's overpowering you. And that somebody was this is the recent past, but I want to say this person is still sort of present. Okay, so if you're in a relationship with a Taurus, Capricorn, or Aries, message me, because this is somebody who's very overpowering. And if you should divorce this person, this is where you don't win. I hate to break this to you, but this is where this person will win. They always win. They will push to the very end, the bitter end. So it's interesting because you have the Three of Swords and you also have the Eight of Swords together, which is, to me, a death in the family. This is sadness. This is loss. This is some kind of sacrifice. And again, I was talking about sacrifice, having to make sacrifices. For some of you who have not experienced a death in the family or do not feel like stuck in any way, this is you having to make a lot of sacrifices. Having to make a lot of sacrifices. Some of you may feel like, and there may be somebody who in your midst may have recently gotten out of prison, or there may have been some issue with jail. I'm not sure. There's something about jail. Okay, so some of you have someone who went to jail for something. And so there's something there. It's very, very negative. But to me, this is also a prison of your own making. Pisces do this, okay? They make so many sacrifices. It's almost like they don't, because it's a sense that they have a sense of pride with how much they sacrifice and how much they've given up, But at the same time, it's a prison of your own making. So, and it's not real, okay? It's not real. So for those of you who feel stuck, it's not real. It's you limiting yourself. You going, well, I can't do this because of that, and I can't do this because of that, and I can't do this, and I can't do this, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. So, because again, your shadow is the Virgo, which is the perfectionist, trying to make life a perfect experience. And it's never going to be a perfect experience. It's always going to be your life. It's, something, unexpected things happen. Shit happens. I know this is a tough message for Pisces, but I'm telling you, this is the real thing here. So it's a prison of your own making. If you're in a relationship that you want to get out of, get out. You can. It may not be easy. It may not be fun, but you've got to do it, To me, this is just tough. This is tough energy. The Three of Swords with the Eight of Swords. It's painful. This is something painful has happened. I want to say something very painful has happened to you. And I really apologize because, I'm not lacking sensitivity. Okay, I'm not. If this is something that you're going through that you feel like is very, very painful, my heart goes out to you. It really does. It's hard. There are some things that we go through in life that are just really hard, But again, Pisces has to make it easy on yourself. Make it easy for yourself, okay? Do yourself a favor, okay? And get out of a relationship that is no longer working for you. Do yourself a favor and get out of a job that's no longer working for you, okay? Do yourself a favor and make decisions that are going to benefit everybody. Create the win-win, okay? Make better decisions for yourself. Don't make the decision. Don't say yes to something you don't want to do. Okay? Don't say yes to a partner who's always saying, okay, we've got to do this and we've got to do that and this is how it's going to be. No. Say no to that person. It's time to say no. Fuck that. Okay? Pisces, it's time to say. Repeat after me. Fuck that. Okay? Forget it. That's what you need to say. Put your foot down. Have some courage. Oh my gosh, my best friend from high school and I used to say this. I don't know. We used to do this kind of random things where we had these crushes. We had crushes, and so we'd actually go and drive by their house and put things in their mailbox, like little flowers or like little love notes and things like that. I know it's kind of crazy we did that, and we'd obsess about it, but we never would actually we wouldn't get the guts to go and talk to the person. So I want to tell you, so what? So we wrote this big sign, like on my, like in my room. I had this crazy collage in my room growing up, and it was huge. It took up the whole wall. Okay, and what can I say? I spent a lot of time in there. But what was on the sign was get some guts, personalize your relationship. So that's what I want to tell you, Pisces. You need to get some guts, personalize your relationship, have some courage to do something, grow a pair of balls. And make some decisions for yourself that are really positive, and you'll be very surprised at the outcome. The minute you grow a pair is the minute that life changes for you, and things will improve. Every time you don't do yourself a favor and by staying in something that you're unhappy with, or staying in something that you don't want, or agreeing to do things which you don't want to do, that's when the shit hits the fan. That's when everything explodes. Okay? To me, you have a cluster of negativity. For those of you who are new to my channel, guys and girls have a cluster of negativity, which is 3 or more cards coming together, which are very challenging. Okay? So to me, this is your little cluster here. You got the frustration card, stress, in the position of emotions. This is you being stressed out, arguing, taking, putting a lot of effort into arguing. A lot. Okay? It's time to stop arguing. Put the swords down. You got a lot of swords here. The swords are going in, either, you got the swords going into someone you love, or the swords are going to come into you and they're going to hurt you, or the swords are going to come in around you, and where people are saying, well, you can't do this and you can't do that, and I'm going to do that if you do that, and I'm going to take you to court, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Those are swords, okay? That's what's going on. And this is drama in its finest moment. This is more drama than really most people can deal with. Even if you go to the shrink, they're not able to do anything for you. They're there to listen, but they can't do anything for you. You have to help yourself, Pisces. Put the sword down, okay? Put it down. That's all I'm going to say. Step away from the sword, Pisces. Close it. Close it. This is where, again, if you shut down, though, completely, where you don't say anything, that's worse. Because Pisces has 2 modes. They're either fighting tooth and nail against whatever the tide is, okay? Whatever somebody is trying to do to them. Or they're fighting back because they're very defensive because they feel like somebody's trying to hurt them in some way. Or they're completely shut down where you can't get through and they're totally turned off and shut down. I feel like some of you are going to fall into that camp. That Pisces camp where you are completely shut down and nobody can talk to you, where you give your partner the silent treatment, where there is no communication, there's nothing, it's like dead. And then there's others that are going to fight to the bitter end, and somebody's going to get hurt. And this is where things escalate, and I don't want to say this for you, Pisces. This is where things escalate from past just verbally to physically hurting each other, and I don't want to see that. This is where domestic violence has started, This is where things get bad, really, really bad, and really, really ugly. So you just don't want to go down that road. Again, this is about going down a road. This is going the wrong direction. Making poor choices. You need to make smarter choices for yourself. Bottom line. Despite all of this insanity, you may still want to, again, there's 2 pairs of lovers here, and I think this is what was going on before for Pisces. 2 sets of lovers, okay? Got this set and this set. So this may be you having the hots for somebody here, okay? This may be your current, you may be married, current partner here, the 2 of Cups. Maybe you're married, and maybe you're thinking, I'm married. But because there's so much negativity, despite the fact that you're married, it's really just paper. That's all it is. At this point, it's just a piece of paper. It doesn't, doesn't have any meaning anymore, Pisces, because even though you're romantic and you may see some meaning in it, it's not healthy. For some of you, you're looking for romance, but you're blocked in a million different ways. So if you are single and you're looking for romance, you're blocked because of stress and because of having to make sacrifices and making poor choices in your life and kind of going the wrong way, okay? If you have an impulse for whatever reason to go and do something, go and do it. Make up your mind, go and do it, okay? Don't second guess. To me, this is second guessing yourself, undermining yourself, other people undermining you. And the outcome is the Four of Pentacles, which is being overly concerned about money in a negative way, okay? This is worrying about money to the point where you're like obsessed. And this is being closed. This is being selfish. So even if you do have a one-night stand, okay, it's not going to go anywhere, okay? If you have the hots for somebody, if you have the hots for two somebodies, okay, because this is two different people, and I know I have Pisces ladies out there have a tendency to double up, okay? If you're doubled up, it's not going anywhere with either of them, okay? Just so you know, okay? Now this is a general reading, so for those of you who, this doesn't, you don't feel like this applies to you, definitely reach out to me and we'll do a private session. But I feel like for a lot of you who have, there's two parties. If you and your partner are cheating, this is headed into an unhealthy direction. If it's just your spouse who's cheating, also unhealthy direction. This is where nobody ends up happily ever after because it's like the case is closed. The door is shut. The Four of Pentacles is shut down. This is the dead end, okay? Maybe you may have a lover, but for whatever reason, they don't have money. Or for whatever reason, you wish you had more money to have a lover. For whatever reason, or to spend on your lover. I don't know. This is kind of wild to me. So the Four of Pentacles is also just losing money for whatever reason. So, or making some bad investments. So I would be very careful what you invest at the very end of November, Pisces. Do not make any investments that you can't afford to lose. Do not put your money down on anything that is questionable. Do not sign any contracts that are questionable. Definitely check the fine print. To me, this is selfishness and greed, though, at its finest. Okay, so this is being hungry and I was talking about my Aquarius view, lusting after something, wanting something. It's never really enough. Pisces a lot of times builds up, financial security for themselves because in a way it acts like a barrier for their emotions. It kind of like cushions, them a little bit from life's blows, emotional blows. You know what I mean? So I just feel like for some of you, you need to get out of the mindset of stockpiling and hoarding. Some of you are hoarding. Some of you are obsessing. And some of you are just, thinking shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have done this, and that would have made me this money, and I could have had that, and this is how I could have gotten this money, and that's not going to serve you at all. Okay, you need to get out of that mindset. So basically, the mindset is you have everything you need and more right now, Pisces. You have it all. Okay, even if you're going, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yes, you do, because that's how you open yourself up to the universe, and you say, you know what? I have everything I need and more. I am totally abundant. I have everything that I could possibly want. And that's when the universe showers you with things. That's when the door opens. To me, this is a closed door. This is a dead end. So the direction that you're heading in right now is not for everyone here. Okay, again, the direction, we all have free will. Okay, so you can change direction at any time. And Pisces do. Okay, so use your prerogative, you're female, to change your mind, okay? And Pisces guys, make better decisions and make a better choice. rather than going, well, I'm just going to, I made this choice. It was a bad decision. I'm just going to sit with it. Because that's what Pisces do. They make a bad decision and then they blame themselves or blame others and they sit with it. In a way, they're the ones that will punish themselves. They're the ones that maybe invented the term, you need to, when you make your bed, you need to lie in it kind of thing. It's sort of like, and then they don't bother to dig themselves out of the horse manure around them. You know what I mean? That's, they're lying in a bed of horse manure. Pisces, gotta get out. gotta make some changes, So that was the other thing. And the last thing that did show up, and for some of you this is going to apply, not everyone, this is where my hashtag blowing bubbles for Pisces comes in. Some of you are not getting much sleep. Some of you are getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night, okay? And it's not enough. And that means your life is becoming a dream, because Pisces are the dreamers. They live in this beautiful bubble of dreamland. And so they're not able to actually make good choices, because literally it's like they are dreaming 24/7, okay? So if you're really out there, and I really wanted to, and I still really want to get a thing of bubbles, pretend I'm dipping. There comes a bubble. I'm going to blow another one. Okay, here we go. Dipping. Blowing another one. There we go. A giant bubble. Okay. This is just when I feel like compulsive. I had to do it. Okay, Pisces, I'm sorry, but I had to do it. Okay, blow some bubbles for you. You need to A, have more fun. B, you need to get some blowing bubbles and blow some bubbles for yourself. And C, you need to get more sleep. Okay, so that you're not living in a bubble that can just be shattered at any time. And you're actually there in body and mind and emotions, and you can connect with others. It's super important for Pisces to be sort of in reality, in the present moment, and connecting with others. Really, really important. And if you're in a long distance relationship, or if there's any kind of distance, it's going to make the bubble, the dream, even worse for you. Okay? So do not get into any long distance relationships, Pisces. Make sure that your partner is there as well. If they are the kind of person that's really far out, I mean, you can't get through to them, they barely talk to you, you don't ever really see them, it's more of a project, I call it a project rather than a relationship, or you can have, again, everything on paper that looks great, but then at the end of the day, you can't even talk to your partner. For whatever reason, they're not there, they don't want to talk to you, they're shut down emotionally. If you're shut down, they're shut down. If they're shut down, you're shut down. It kind of goes back and forth. It's kind of a mess. So don't play games. Be emotionally available to people who, so be emotionally, this is the learning part. Be emotionally available to people who love you. Be emotionally available to people who want to connect with you, who want a relationship with you. Don't be emotionally available to the haters, the bitches, the thieves, the liars, the cheaters. Forget it. No. You don't have to be. But you don't want to shut down to everyone, because there are people in your life who love you. So when Pisces shuts down, Pisces just shut down everyone. And that's unhealthy. So you need to learn to make better choices. Shut out only the people who are negative for you. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you next time in December. I'll be doing my December videos. I might get them out just before Thanksgiving. It depends on how fast I can crank them out for you guys. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of other videos, even though I'm not doing my mid-December videos. And I will be back for January videos, and most likely I'll be doing my January video. So make sure you subscribe so you can check out all the videos that I do post. And thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and following me and everything. Definitely follow me at Oracle Daphne on Twitter or at Birdsfly. And I'm going to be posting the hashtag blowing bubbles for Pisces because I think I don't know, it's just something that I came up with. So I think it's fun. So I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.